Welcome to your new Canvas course. As you may be aware, we're transitioning away from the old learning platform, which was known as Cherry. We're moving over to the new Canvas platform. So this introduction video is just going to run over some of the basics of where to find certain elements of the website and how to get started with the new platform. I'm using a test student here, so it should look exactly the same for all the new students coming into the platform. Once you log in, if it's the first time and you've been invited to join a course, you shall be met with a green invitation to join whichever course you were enrolled into. With this test student, I've been enrolled into a couple of different courses, so they show up on my dashboard. After I hit accept, PRM will become one of those courses. Most of you will only have one course, but if you are studying multiple courses with us, or you have conducted the LLN getting to know you questions, you will have that in your dashboard as well. So I'll just take it back to the dashboard now that you've accepted the course. For the purpose of this video, we'll be running through the Diploma of Financial Planning. So from your dashboard, select the course you wish to be studying. And this will take you to your home page. Scroll down a little bit and we have directions to start and take your orientation. The orientation is similar to what I'm going to be going through here, but it's presented in a PowerPoint style presentation, so where you can stop, read the material and go back at your own pace. Below that there are modules, announcements and calendar. These links are also found on the left hand menu here. We've just placed them on the home page for a little bit more clarity on where you're looking. If you follow the directions and go to orientation, you'll be taken to the How to Use My Student portal. All of the content you'll be reading will be presented as a page within the page. So here, you have multiple pages presented within one page here. There's a menu on the left-hand side, so you can scroll through the different topics and subtopics, or you can use the next button for the pages here. This will be the same in the orientation, the learning materials, anywhere where there are pages with reading content for you to go through. All of it will be presented with this interactive workbook presented within the one page of reading. If you scroll to the bottom of the Canvas page, it will take you to the next topic in your module list. So to explain that a little better, I'll actually take you to the module page. What we were just looking at was the How to Use Your Student portal. If I hit next, it will take me to the next thing below it in that module. This particular page isn't using the interactive content as there's less information that needs to go through. This is the information that you'll find will cover the layout of your course, the important information regarding the units of competency, policies and procedures, credit transfers, etc. If we scroll to the very bottom and hit next, this will take you to the very beginning of your course. This quiz is not an accessible content quiz. It is simply a trigger point to identify in our students' record system that these units of competency will be commenced after you hit take the quiz. So I've already taken this quiz. I'm going to hit take it again. That's okay. So when you come to here, it says, by selecting true, I am agreeing that I am ready to commence module 1 and have the following units of competency commenced in my student record. The units are listed there. If I hit false, it will kick me out of the quiz and I can go back and take the quiz again. If I select true and hit submit, that will then send student records over to our internal system and those units will be marked as in commencement. So if we go back to the modules page, after that is commenced, we should see a green tick against both the assessment, or rather the quiz, and that module. After that module is complete, the following module will open up. And we can see here prerequisites, practice of financial planning, commencement. That was the name of the module right before it. So now that you're in PFP, you can get started on the reading material. And as it was in the orientation module, we're presented with one chapter with multiple subpoints within it. So chapter 1 is only one Canvas page, but there are multiple pages within that chapter. So we're going to use the internal menu to go to chapter 1.1.2, 1.2.1, or you can use the navigation buttons at the top here to scroll through the pages. After you've completed chapter 1, if you want to download a PDF copy, there is a PDF copy which is identical to the online content. You can hit next, and it will take you to your very first quiz. Taking the quiz will be the same as what you did previously, except for this time it is an accessible quiz. It's not just a true or false, do I want to get started? This one will go on your student record and count towards your progression. So, in this particular quiz, you can scroll through and see all of the questions that are there. There's 10 questions. They're all multiple choice. After you've made your selections, I'm just going to quickly go through and select random ones. Select Submit Quiz. This is an auto-graded quiz. I'm not going to hit Submit just in case it gives the grades, and we obviously don't want to give away the grades straight away. But your grades will come back to you almost instantly after you take an auto-graded quiz. If you take a quiz where it requires you to upload any files or type any text in, those need to be marked by an assessor, and it will take longer for those to be graded as they have to go into the assessment queue. If your quiz includes partially multiple choice, part short answer, and part uploads, any multiple choice questions within that quiz will come back to you instantly. The remainder will then be in the queue for assessing by the assigned assessor for that unit or that course. Back at the module list, we can see that I didn't hit Submit, which means no action has taken on that quiz. If you hover your mouse over the little circle on the right hand side, you can see what the requirements are. It also says it below the name of the quiz. So it says there's 10 points in the quiz, and you must meet 7 out of 10 to pass the quiz. If you do pass the quiz, that empty circle will be replaced with a green tick, as it was above. If you only received 5 or 6 out of 10, that circle will become a red circle with a strike through it, indicating that you need to go back and attempt that quiz again. As you move through, this will be the same for all of the multiple choice and the short answer questions, as well as the case study assessments. So for a case study, we'll have a look at what the assessment looks like. All the information will be on the one page here. Any additional content that you're required, so for instance, the risk profile tool, will be linked from this page. You can download all of the required content, complete the work in a workbook, in Word or whatever program you use, and then hit Submit Assignment. The upload section will be available. Select Choose File, and then submit your assignment. Again, this needs to be marked by an assessor, so it may take up to 10 days for that assessment to be graded. Back on the home page, we can see that there has been some feedback on a recent assessment. This was the commencement quiz. So as it was a multiple choice quiz, a true or false, the grades came back instantly. And so it is now instantly on your homepage to say that there are grades waiting for you. If I submit that first PFP assessment, given that it was a auto-marked quiz as well, it would also show up here with my feedback for whatever grades I received. If you submit a file upload or a short answer question, it will not show up here under your recent feedback until it's actually been graded by the assessor. If you were to have any assessments which had due dates, these will show up under here. So if there is a due date, say for the 3rd of March, today is the 1st of March, it will come up saying due in 2 days or due on the 3rd of March, and it will list what that item is. The other key area of the website is the marks section. This is where you can go and see what grades you've received, and you can also see an overview of all the assessments and required content within your course. This list includes all assessments within your course, and you can arrange them by due date, assignment group, module, or title. These are now arranged by a title, and as we can see, we have not yet accessed the APPP chapter. There is a blank score out of 10, as there is for the short answers and the commencement. If we scroll down, we can see that we did start the PFP commencement, and we can see 1 out of 1. This test student had already completed the PRM commencement, and we can also see that here as well. As you go through, your grades will build. However, the grades are not weighted in your course. So some of the information that you will see here will be irrelevant because we do not use weightings to provide an overall percentage for the course. So we can remove these buttons. All of this information over here will essentially be irrelevant to you. The other important section of the website is the inbox. Every time you log back into Canvas, if you have a message waiting for you, there will be a circle or black dot over your inbox. So click on inbox, and if you have any messages waiting for you, it will take you straight to your inbox and you will see them marked here as unread messages, as you would any other messaging system or email system. From the home page of your course, if you select the Files folder, you'll be taken to a depository of all the files that are available for you in your course. Some of these are not required as they are simply aesthetic files which are used for the course build. Please ignore these. The files that you will need to use will be located underneath your course name and the module name for the module you are studying. All of these will also be linked throughout the course, but if you ever need to go back and find them in a catalogue list, this is where you can go for your additional resources. For instance, if you're completing the case study in PFP and you need the case study resources, any resources required will be found under Case Study Resources in Module 1 under Files. From all of us here at Integrity Education, we welcome you to the new platform. And if you have any questions, please do reach out to us. We hope you enjoy the new platform and enjoy your studies.